长，终能与你浪迹红尘一趟。
I humbly request His Royal Majesty to honor their sacrifice.
I concur.
I concur.
We concur, Your Majesty.
Sorrow for the fallen warriors who defended this country, whose steadfast beliefs endured until death. They joined their ancestors with no taint of dishonor. Their deaths by the sword weigh heavily on my heart. I fall to sorrow. I pray their spirits see through to my heart. I offer this tribute to all their sacrifice.
I address you men as valiant warriors of the Ningxuo army and Lord Yuchang's favored troops. And as you are also warriors of Chang, you have my favor as well. For so many years, you have fought through many difficulties and achieved greatness. You survived whatever the enemy may throw at you. And yet, for no discernible purpose, you've bled and died at the hands of your own. If your deaths remain in vain, then how will I face the remaining soldiers of Zhang? How can I hope to comfort my people? It is said in this hall, the Emperor offers tribute only to the gods above, to the ancestors, and to the country. No need for tribute to dead soldiers. And yet today, I would dare defy that. Lord Yuchang.
My lord.
Charge! My lord, our 500 men killed more than 2,000 Imperial Guards who came to destroy us. They lost. We defeated the Imperial Guards.
Ningxue army! Live and die together!
Live and die together!
Prime Minister, why are you here? Of course. I invited you here. You and only you alone. So the reason for this is... you have something important to tell me? Yes, I do. Lord Jiangsha, during the Mount Lianyu coup, Princess Consort Yu Chang escaped from the capital. Did she bring perchance someone important? Are you referring to the son of the late emperor? Yes, the little crown prince. Everyone in the palace knows that the late emperor, as well as the empress, entrusted him to my sister and asked her to keep him safe. Of course. But I wonder where the little prince is now. I think the princess should at least let us know. What do you mean, us? The common folk out there? The imperial officials? Or maybe you mean His Majesty? You're smart, Prime Minister. Now it seems the officials and the lords of all regions all want to know where the young prince is. But why did no one bother to ask during the court assembly? That is because no one knows what His Majesty's thinking about. The late emperor's child is indeed a crown prince. No one knows what will happen with his return. You're right. That is why I invited you here to discuss it and ways on how to deal with it. This is simply a matter we can no longer ignore. Well, how I wish it could simply be overlooked. Just like how Mount Lianyu turned out. So many people want Lord Yu Chang to just look the other way. I understand. It may not be so wise to pry too deeply. Perhaps the current situation is the best one for a stable court. Lord Jiangsha, can you at least tell me the current whereabouts of the child? Where's the little prince hiding right now? I swear on my honor that, after you tell me where the boy is, no other living soul will know about it. My sister never mentioned it to me, nor did I ask her. I didn't want the burden of something so important. It's better for me if I know nothing.
That Wang Su. He's really more like his father. He's grown to be such a devious man.
Are you implying that Lord Jiangshi actually knows where the little prince is?
Ever since they were little, Awu has never kept any secret from her older brother.
I do believe what Lord Jiangshi said holds true. The situation we're in is actually better for a stable court.
But it's absolutely no good for the Wang of Langya. Unfortunately, Awu and her brother do not see eye to eye with me. Otherwise, I would have had Ma Jing sitting on the throne as emperor, and this current debacle wouldn't exist.
Your Grace, our country can no longer afford to descend into chaos once more.
It's your fault. For being on defense for every vital decision. At the time, you insisted on making Zitan emperor.
Our nation can do it with no emperor. What we did was for the very stability of our country, not for personal gain.
Just listen to yourself. You did it for selfish reasons. Don't claim otherwise.
Your Grace, if I really were that selfish, then why I am still here after all this time?
Do I have your loyalty?
Your Grace.
Answer me. Out! Out of my sight! Don't you dare come back here again! Get out!
Prime Minister.
Get out!
Your Grace, please don't get angry. Please hold your anger. It's not good for your health. Please calm down.
The coup in Mount Lianyu. I knew you were the one who set that trap. But you didn't expect that I would use it for myself. I'm going to be honest with you. I had Matsi Long killed.
No, I don't
Your
want
Grace,
it!
please
I
calm down.
refuse to give
You must
it up.
calm down. Your Grace.
I, Song Huayan, humbly greet you, Your Majesty. You may rise. Thank you very much. Count Suyi, Your Majesty, tell me, how long has Shaoqi been here? Your Majesty, it has been more than a month since his return. You were under his command. Why didn't you go and visit him during his entire stay? I was too preoccupied with my duties to go and pay him a visit. You don't have the time, or you just don't want to? Your Majesty, I certainly can. But I realized it wasn't needed. Why's that? I'm an official of your imperial court, and Lord Yu Cheng. He and I share similar duties. I do believe it is better to remain at a professional distance between us. I absolutely commend what you just said. With it, I sincerely hope that you won't fail me. I swear that my loyalties lie with Zhang. More importantly, it lies with you. Count Ziyi, today, I summoned you alone to finally know where you and I both stand. Any person who isn't loyal to the state of Zhang or to you, Your Majesty, will be considered an enemy to be removed. Remember, here in Zhang, there are lords as ambitious as Shaoqi. Do not fail me, and I will not fail you. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Soldiers of Ningxuo! For our nation! Charge! Wyan, you and I are brothers.
Oh, I'm grateful. When I came back the next day and found out about it, I ordered them to return the gifts immediately.
Every single one?
Yes, every single one.
He was the first lord to rise from the common folk. Of course he represents the best of them. And you're his most trusted officer.
Your title of Count Ziyi doesn't mean much, from my point of view. Only the highest position beneath the Emperor in the Imperial Court can be good enough for you. Is it you? Count Ziyi? Things have changed. Now you want to go against me, Wyan? What news?
Not good. Most noble clans are wary of us. It's proving difficult to acquire information.
My lord, Hawaiian seems to be in correspondence with them. Maybe we can ask him to poke around.
Him? He hasn't come to us since our lord returned. Looks like he's forgotten where he came from. Wait a minute, is being a count a big deal? I don't think so. You didn't see the way he announced the Imperial Order. Who does that man think he is? It's okay if it's us, but what about Lord Yu Zhang? Without him, he'd be nothing.
At the time, when you were looking into instances of corruption, Song Waiyan seemed to be involved in several of those. But afterwards, he and Lord Zhengshe helped at Jiangnan. Then the coup happened, and our lord was caught in the middle. The cases were swept aside. Could it be that he sensed something wrong and distanced himself on purpose?
It's a clear sign of his guilt. How come I didn't see that? He's been consumed by greed, lost his way walking a path to villainy.
He isn't such a man. I was charged with insurgency and regicide. If he hadn't kept his distance, then he would also be charged.
My lord, why do you keep defending him?
Uncle! Uncle!
Jinshi,
Auntie said that you would go out and play with us, so let's go together.
all right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, what are you doing? Jinshi! Oh, I'm going to splash you, huh?
Here's some more. Be careful.
Hey, Jinshi! Hey! I surrender!
Jinshi,
You
go in a
win!
bit further.
Oh no! I surrender! Oh. Why won't you listen, huh? I'm soaking wet here, huh? Hey! Alright, I surrender. Stop, you win!
Jinshi, don't hurt your brother.
Hey, that's enough for me.
Xiaoha,
Tired. Yes, my lord?
So, do you wish to have a mother?
I do.
Qinshi, what about you?
I also want to.
Then would the two of you acknowledge your Aunt Awu as your mother?
Yes, of course.
Come. Present yourself to your mother.
I humbly
Get up,
greet you, Mother.
please.
Mother!
From this day on, Xiaoha and Qingqi will be our children.
Mother.
Qingqi, Xiaoha, and perhaps Ma Jing as well. We must do our best to raise them all properly.
When all of them go and get married, the world would be at peace. And then we can finally enjoy the happiness of a family reunion.
The world at peace? Then can every family live to enjoy such an ideal life?
Of course.
The health and wealth of the people are what I want the most. My lord, are you able to let go of your current path and just focus on our own goals as a family?
I can. Once vengeance is complete, we can live the life you've always dreamt about.
Yeah. Whoa. Madam Shu, the Empress Dowager is unwell. She wants to see Her Grace.
Your Grace. I have received word. A messenger from Yong'an said that the Empress Dowager is ill and wants to see you.
Zilong, my dear son, you must run now.
Aunt, I am here.
Oh, I beseech you, please save Zilong. Someone wishes him harm.
Aunt, Zilong, he has returned.
Then I shall go and see him.
Aunt, please. Ma Zilong is quite exhausted now. He went to Shichen Hall to get some rest. He said that he would come and see you later.
All right. I'm glad he has returned. I'm glad he's safe.
Why weren't physicians summoned?
Forgive me, Your Grace. No physicians can be summoned without His Majesty's permission.
His Majesty. His Majesty. But who is His Majesty? No one else but my son Zilong. You must warn him not to go to the hunting grounds. I received word traps have been set there.
For what purpose?
To kill the Emperor and have Shao Qi framed.
Who is the mastermind?
Who else can it be? It's Ma Zedong. It's Zedong! Your Grace! It's Zedong! Grace! Why did you conspire with Helen Chen to kill my boy? Why frame Shao Qi? Please do not hurt my boy. He's your brother after all. Please don't.
Aunt,
Why did my son have to die so dishonorably?
it cannot be.
Of all the people, why did it have to be by his brother's hand?
It's not possible.
Please wait, Your Grace. There is protocol to follow. Your Grace!
Owl. You can leave us now.
Yes.
You seem troubled.
You were in communication with Holland Chen before? He revealed everything to me.
What did he tell you?
The scheme you two devised.
What scheme are you referring to, Owl? I've never even met that man before.
Then tell me something. Upon the previous Emperor's demise, why the sudden return from the Imperial Mausoleum?
I simply wanted to come back. I never expected the throne to be waiting for me.
What a coincidence.
What do you mean? Are you suspecting me of murdering the late Emperor for me to usurp the throne?
Are you saying you didn't? That you and Holland Chen didn't launch the coup on Mount Li and you? You killed the late Emperor, framed Shao-Chi. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Well then tell me, after the Emperor's death, who should have taken the throne? It should have been his son, right? The firstborn crown prince, Jing. But you took him out of the palace without permission, denying the country its emperor. And so the ministers all decided to put me on the throne. Safe to say you had a hand in my ascendancy. So now you tell me if I wanted to be the emperor myself.
I took him from the palace to save his life.
Then how about you run along and bring him back? And let him be the emperor.
Will he be safe if he comes back now? Because someone tried to kill him before.
Little prince, stop sleeping. Wake up, go on. Keep your eyes open, come on, huh? Wake up. Don't close your eyes. Wake up. Just keep awake. Don't sleep.
Ridiculous! Nanny Chung is an old maid of my family. I know what kind of person she is. You need not sow discord.
Was it you? So it was you all along. You will claim what is due. And take the title of Emperor only with matching dice. Citan, what have you become? You're no longer the same person.
I'm not the man I used to be.
Your Grace?
What is it?
Princess Yu Cheng went to see His Majesty.
Leave me alone now.
Yes.
Look at me. If you still have a shred of kindness, or a modicum of shame, you will tell me here right now whether you did those things or not.
You can think whatever you want. You can even tell the Empress Dowager. Even to the ministers waiting outside. Or perhaps you'd like to tell Shaoqi everything you've discovered. That I was the one behind the coup on Mount Lianyu. I wanted him dead as revenge for taking my rightful wife from me. I turned into this monster, all because of you!
Your Majesty, what did Wang Shen say to you just now?
Don't touch me.
Pardon me, Your Grace. Someone from the Imperial Study told me that the Emperor and Princess Yu Cheng had a serious argument. Unfortunately, they didn't hear what exactly they were arguing about.
Your Grace, this is quite serious. You'd better share what you've learned with Lord Changshe. I must tread lightly. Your Grace, the Lord made a vow. When he learns who is behind Mount Lianyu, he will execute them for all the dead Ningxuo soldiers. It won't matter, even if it is the Emperor himself. I worry about what would happen if the Lord learns of this.
You will tell no soul about what happened here today.
Yes.
How long have you been with child?
More than 7 months now.
Oh. But your pulse reveals...
What's wrong?
Oh. Do you feel sick? Is anything amiss?
Nothing serious. Just some dizziness and feeling nauseated.
It seems there is no problem, Your Grace. It is merely weariness that you are feeling. Remember not to get angry, or to exhaust yourself. Just relax for your recovery.
Thank you, Physician Shen.
Then, I shall take my leave, Your Grace.
See him off.
Yes.
Running away?
What are you doing? Let me go! Let me go!
Physician Shen, what's wrong with the noble consort? You looked like you had something difficult to say. Is there something wrong with the baby?
Not really.
Then what is it?
Some things can't be said openly.
Wait, but physicians like us must tell the truth.
That depends on the circumstances. Something like bearing child for His Majesty. We must exercise due caution. Because what if it's not the Emperor's offspring?
Huh? But...
Oh, shh. Oh, no. That was foolish of me.
How is the Empress Dowager?
She took some medicine, and now she's back in a better mood. Where are the children?
It's quite late. They're asleep.
She may be my aunt, but she's old and quite frail, with no children around her. Poor woman.
You can visit her as much as you have time to.
But she wanted you dead before. Don't you hate her?
I'm past that.
You can think whatever you want. You can even tell the Empress Dowager. Even to the ministers waiting outside. Or perhaps you'd like to tell Shaoqi everything you've discovered. That I was the one behind the coup on Mount Lianyu. I wanted them dead as revenge. For taking my rightful wife from me.
I should have told Shaoqi what Ma Zitan was really after. But Zitan and Shaoqi. One is the Emperor, the other a powerful general. Zitan made an unforgivable mistake and should be punished. But if Shaoqi kills him, I'm afraid it would be the bane of this country and the world's end. What should I do then?
Noble Consort Su has been with child for 9 months now. But she's in the palace for 7 months. There must be something wrong with it.
Is such a thing even possible? Have other physicians checked?
It's a sensitive matter. Even if the indication is clear, none of them would dare say anything.
All right. I will report this right away. Keep watching in the palace.
Yes.
I did not expect that. The baby Sujaner is carrying isn't His Majesty's.
How interesting. What news? A surprise indeed. The little servant girl from our own family is devious in her own right. Amazing.
But I'm wondering whose child is she carrying?
That doesn't matter. As long as it's not Ma Zitan's offspring, then we have dirt on her. We can use that as leverage. I actually have something in mind right now that we could use her for.
Your Majesty. Watch your step. Your Majesty. Your
Are
Majesty.
you all right, Your Majesty?
Go away.
Your Majesty.
Leave me be. I don't know who I am anymore.
Recently, the governors of Wuhun, Lushui, and Tangzhou submitted reports that Lord Yu Chang helped a lot in fighting the rebels. They asked for the 9 bestowal.
Everyone alive knows what this signifies. This reward is a sign of the Emperor's abdication. I don't understand what Lord Yu Zhang is trying to accomplish here. I mean, if he wanted to rebel, but the man did nothing at all, even if the situation presented the best opportunity. Now, if he doesn't want to rebel, what does he need the 9 bestowal ceremony for?
Perhaps it wasn't his real intent at all.
Within a few days, the governors of the 3 regions submitted exactly the same report to His Majesty. Perhaps in the future, similar instances will start to come in. Duke Huan, do you think this is all a coincidence or something else?
It seems that Lord Yu Chang still can't let go of what happened during the paddock incident.
We can't change the past. His Majesty has ordered vassals and chiefs of the noble class to offer sacrifices to the fallen army. Since ancient times, emperors have only offered sacrifices to the heavens, as well as their imperial ancestors. This has never been done, unless he has other plans in mind.
唯恐泪雨沾湿你菱花，时间追逐远去的戎马。若思念尚有涯，为何刻在天下？泪可寄情难夹。听风哭哑如千丈悲家，梦中一念你笑颜如花。此去现一怒马。 归来因你温雅，心难舍放不下。等沧海洗尽了铅华，与你花前月下。因为你，此生才不剩繁华。 再相约于春秋冬夏，为你望相逢时那一刹那，用一生的步伐去挣扎，去牵挂，终为你。 乾坤变化，天涯尽处归家。我们再相约于春秋冬。